Aloha and good morning. Dr. Robert Cassar here on the big island of Hawaii. The Prime Directive. That may be something that we may all want to think about. And the Prime Directive could be many things. Could be your breakfast, the Prime Directive. Could be the mate you're looking for, the Prime Directive. Could be getting a good job, maybe going to school and becoming something. But if we really thought about the real Prime Directive of not only ourselves, but of the collective species on the planet. The Prime Directive, the highest layer of Prime Directive, would be evolution. And evolution is sort of opposite of what's going on right now, because we see that we have much devolution happening, which is the opposite of evolution. To evolve, to become more complete, as they say, to become more authentic. So when we look at the highest level of Prime Directive, evolution of ourselves and evolution of the planet, evolution of the collective species, all of them, the birds, the bees, the whales, the snails. So when we really look at the Prime Directive, evolution should be a world within our personal world, our social world, our financial world, our relationship world, family world. These are all different worlds. And as I've found out on the planet here, you must really play many worlds within the world just to be able to exist in this world multidimensionally and multifractionally, which means that you have to play many worlds to be able to feel fulfilled in this world. There has been so much change upon the planet, and we're not even talking technological change. Most of that is, well, for us to work better, maybe to give us communication so we can do things faster. Remember, we are the species of this planet, of the builder of form. We may take orders from the higher layers, but we are the species that actually create what we see. So if we're the species that create what we see, then it would be very smart for us to be able to create what we want to see. The first thing we must do, remember, Prime Directive, evolution, is to help ourselves so we can become more of ourselves, to be able to see more of what we need to see, feel more of what we need to feel, and become a investigative researcher that takes the information and puts it into their energy field, and we call that experience. Experiencing evolution is something that you can't talk about. It's like saying experiencing consciousness or awareness. You can't even talk about experiencing sickness, can you? Because if you have a sickness, there's no way to explain it. You have to feel it. So we have millions, hundreds of millions, billions of people on the planet that have the sickness. And we all do have the sickness. Some of us have the sickness mentally. We're dysfunctional in our thoughts. We're dysfunctional in our emotions. Some of us are dysfunctional in our church, our bodies. So we all have a part of the sickness, and in order for us to evolve, not only ourselves, but many of us have to see this purpose, the true purpose. Why did we, why did you, why did I come to the planet? To destroy it? I don't think that would be too smart. Did we come to the planet to be able to nurture things and take care of things? Well, that would be a heck of a thought, wouldn't it? Not only that, it would be the opposite of what we've been doing for millennia. Wars, poverty, famine, control, secret societies, religions, politics, government, all these layers of control, including communication, the news, what you see on television, even including the movies that we see. We're all programmed. So let's rewrite our programs. Let's rewire our nervous system and clean up the body The body must be cleaned up before the mind becomes more aware. And as the body becomes cleaner, all of them, the emotional body, the ethereal body, the one that we can't see, okay, all the bodies, then we start to raise our vibration. As we remove dysfunction, we start to sound like more of an orchestra that you'd want to maybe hear again. Okay, evolution is prime directive in my world. It's the prime directive in many people that I talk to today. It's how do we want to become more human is something that Stanford doesn't offer. This is something that we must put into our own energy fields ourselves. And putting this idea of evolution in our energy fields means we do live in a physical world, and we must take the knowledge, is power, and put it into our world and experience these protocols, therapies, self-treatment. Remember, how do we take care of ourselves? How do we want to take care of the planet? We're not here as devolutionists, we're here as evolutionists. We're supposed to grow the kingdom. We're supposed to expand the kingdom, and that includes the animals, the plants. There's nothing better than finding true authenticity in the feelings that come from here. And how do you get those feelings? How do you get those? Planting a garden, walking in nature as I am now. Okay? Grounding your feet to the ground. Very important to be able to come back to what you'd call authenticity. We live in a technologically very complex world, very complex. And in order for us to be more evolutionized within our mind and body, we need to get out in nature. We need to change our diets. We need to really not eat processed foods. We need to really look into everything that we do, including vaccinations, including fluoride in our water, including the chlorine that's in your shower, the aluminum that's in your underarm deodorant, the lead that's in your lipstick, the diesel or petroleum that's in makeup. Okay? We need to be aware of all these things. Not maybe stop doing them, but we want to, remember, evolve. And that means that we definitely have to be able to have awareness. We have to negotiate. Remember, the prime directive of evolution is to clean the body up first. It's your church. Once we clean the body up somewhat, then we get more clarity. That's why I suggest people look into our 180-day terrain modification protocols, practices, and principles. They're just common sense, but sometimes we've lost a lot of common sense because we have too much nonsense in our energy fields, too much dysfunction. And that goes with GMOs, it goes with chemicals, pesticides, it goes with drama in our world, the emotional body. It goes with taking care of things. Remember, taking care of things. That's a part of our mammalian brain. It's a part that actually, as you can just watch other animals, you'll see the mammalians love. Okay? They love their children. Okay? They do have a hierarchy, as simple animals do. We have a neocortex. We have another part of our brain that gives us the ability to weigh and measure everything. So it's good to question everything. Why? It's because we have a neocortex. Just because the animals eat each other doesn't mean we need to do the same, because we can weigh and measure. Morality, it's a word that we really don't understand because we don't practice it. Morality is a word that, in order for us to be able to actually see morality, we have to have integrity. And first place you have integrity is with yourself. Cleaning up your diet is essential. The big game is, how do we remove all the accumulation that we are suffering from at this time? And that's including body fat, that's including all the memories that we have that were dysfunctional, maybe in our childhood, or possibly even past lifetimes. So the game is to be able to clean the house, just like you'd, revamp your computer, defrag it. When's the last time you defragged your computer? When's the last time you changed your filters on your body? Okay, just like your car. Do you take care of your personal objects that you have, okay, that help you with your life? And if your objects at this time don't help you with your life, then it's a good time to be able to exchange a lot of things and upgrade, enhance, and optimize. Remember, that's evolution. In order to learn a lot of these tools, really need to be understood. Okay, just like how to clean your skin. Do you know the skin cleaning protocols? Do you know that your body, our bodies, all of us, have billions of what I call extraterrestrial parasites? They live on the outside of our terrestrial bodies. They live in our pores. They cause us to get wrinkles. They cause our bodies to get plugged. And when that happens, we get body fat, we get sickness, we get dysfunction because our bodies become clogged, plugged. Okay? Plastic clogs the skin pores. So learning some of the protocols of terrain modification, very simple. Do what you can do. Upgrade what you can. Enhance what you feel is right. If you don't want to change your diet, you will in time. Don't worry. But at least you can do many of the protocols, just like I'm getting some D3 in the sun right now. And if we got D3 on our whole body, and I've done lots of videos on this, you want to get definitely sun on your private parts, as I did this morning. I tried it 3 times a week to stimulate my hormones, so I can have a very strong immune system and also a very clear computer. If your hormones are dysfunctional, it's only because maybe some of the things that you've accumulated in your body, and possibly your diet, possibly not having enough liquids. Look up the liquids of vitality, Dr. Robert Cassar. Just to drink liquids until 12 o'clock in the morning is a start. Cut down to 2 meals a day. Learn our ketogenic diet. I do intermittent fasting every day. Every day. And we'll get into that, and I'll show you what that is about. But I have 1 meal a day, and I just work my way down. It keeps my mind and my body very smart, and my body's learned how to not be needy. Is because I've removed most of the parasites that live and or lived within not only my internal system, but my external system. Remember, dandruff is a condition. It's a parasite. Losing your hair. Okay? Most likely they're hair mites. There are protocols to be able to terrain modify these areas. The inside of your ears, like a canal the size of maybe Los Angeles. And you know who lives in Los Angeles? About 8 million people. How about 8 million microbes live in your ear? It's a nice big cave in there. You ever cleaned your ears correctly? These are all protocols. These are sort of like what we'd call the handbook of self-awareness. Okay? Parasites are on this planet for a reason. Is because we, as a species, have become a parasite. We have. If you see the definition of a parasite, look it up. Wikipedia, parasite. You'll find out that the parasite is an exclusive entity, okay, that lives outside bodies and inside bodies, but it's exclusive because what it does is it doesn't live synonymously, harmoniously with the host. There is no benefit to have most parasites in your body. There are some parasites that are beneficial. We don't call those parasites. Those are symbiotic parasites versus destructional parasites that live in poison in our bodies, that live in minds that have a lot of cortisol, they're stressed all the time, that live in bodies that are very highly acid, okay, they're dehydrated. These are all parts of what we need to become aware of, and terrain modify each department a little at a time. I would suggest and encourage you also to join our Earth Shift Project YouTube channel. We have lots of videos there. Tens of thousands of people around the world share information that are on the same journey to evolve. Very novel, huh? I would also encourage you to go to our wholesale super discount store that my family lets me do. I don't make money doing this. We sell everything wholesale, free shipping. Okay? All new customers get free shipping, and after that, you pay a small amount of money, get free shipping. Yes, you do need a shower to chlorinator. Yes, you do need a tongue scraper. Which one? That's another problem. Okay? And that's what we've done for you. Is we've taken hundreds of products that are essential tools, and we've either made them ourselves, manufactured, contracted people to make it to our specifications, like our magnesium oil that you put on your body every day. Have you had your magnesium today? Okay, it's very smart to be able to once your skin is clean and you've opened up the skin pores, cleaned the largest organ of your body, is to feed your body, not only by your mouth. That's for pleasure. Remember, that's why we have taste buds. But you feed your body through your skin. Transdermal. It's been known for a long time. Especially when we're all magnesium deficient, silica deficient, boron deficient, and a lot of deficiencies. And of course, in time, those give us dysfunction. Earthshift is a place where you can come to really optimize, enhance your world. Okay? Upgrade everything. No one's saying for you to quit doing anything. Just upgrade it, enhance it, optimize it. Let's say you're smoking cigarettes. Let's stop smoking the brands that have thousands of burn accelerators, chemicals, additives, okay, and paper that's full of bleach. Okay? If you're smoking, step up, enhance, optimize to organic. Roll your own with hemp paper. Don't light up with the benzene lighter. These are all booby traps. The yellow flame is very toxic. Oh yes. So what do? Problems, reactions, simple solutions. You navigate that. Why? Because now you have some awareness. How do I navigate? Not sucking up the poison from a lighter, petroleum-based lighter, is you light our hemp line dipped in beeswax. It cuts out that toxicity. Remember, it's cutting out your toxicities. You can work on things as you go, piece by piece. That's the game. Remember, evolution. Upgrade yourself in many different ways. Do what you can do. Okay? It's very smart to be able to, if you can, try to cut down, like I said, to 1 meal a day. Very smart for you to learn the liquids of vitality. 150 ounces of liquids a day. I'm not going to be hungry. You're going to finally feed your body. Your body's a liquid water bottle. It lives off of liquids. Pleasure center is on the taste of certain foods. So use that taste as not a perversion, but use it as, well, a super computer that lives in your mouth that gives you the flavors of ecstasy. So when you eat, it takes me an hour to eat my dinner. Don't eat it so fast. And you'll notice when you actually chew your food, you'll find out that you can't actually finish as much as you did previously. These are just simple ideas, disciplines, and concepts. Once you get your energy field under control, and that means that you're going to move out billions of passengers that are sucking your energy, we call parasites. Okay, remember, the truth about sickness is very simple. It's to become aware of negotiating how you can become healthy. Just because someone else is doing it doesn't mean you want to do it too. Remember, the United States has more sick people in it than any other place per capita in the world. Maybe Mexico. Remember, we're the obese nation with Mexico of the world. 100 million obese people. 100 million diabetics. Okay? A lot of sickness. A lot of people taking SSRs and antidepressants. Clean up your body. That will clean up your mind. Clean up your body and you'll start to evolve. Instead of look in the mirror, take your clothes off. It's your experiment. Remember, your body is yours. You can do what you want to do with it. Okay? You can sculpt it any way you want to, but you must have the awareness to be able to know that the body is your vehicle, to be able to experience this world. It's your vehicle. So it wouldn't make sense to desecrate the vehicle. It wouldn't make sense for me to run my truck into the house. Okay? It just wouldn't make sense. So why do we do that with our bodies? And as we accumulate toxicity in our bodies, we become dysfunctional and confused in the mind. And don't forget being complacent also. Fluoride does have a propensity to be able to make us confused, dazed, and, well, toxic. Navigate your world. Remember, enhance your world. Again, evolution's the game, the Prime Directive. We have hundreds of hours on our private digital school called Earther Academy. And I've had such beautiful testimonials from the people that have actually taken these simple practices and put them into action. And they don't think they know that these protocols work, and they're always in progress. They're always in a progress movement. They're always a work in progress, all of them. Okay? They don't think they know anymore. They know that these ideas do work if you put in the effort and the time. The body, remember, is your church. It's your church. So treat it as so. The last thing you want to do is desecrate your church, isn't it? You wouldn't do that in a church. What you do to your body, or what we do to our minds, body, wars, put your guns down. Why? It's because the morality part of yourself is starting to take hold, instead of the confused part of yourself being pushed into doing things that, well, you know you shouldn't do, but since everybody else is doing it, then I guess I'll just be a part of them. No, we need to take a stand and say no. Remember, it's a big sacred word, is to learn how to say no. 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 Why? It's because I feel. And if I feel, then I can make decisions based on morality. If I do not feel, because I'm too toxic, okay, because I'm disconnected from nature, because I've lost myself to the machine world, then I will only make decisions based on my reality without my heart being activated, which is a very poor decision. Remember, we all share this planet together. All of us. We're guests here on spaceship Earth. And if you're a guest in a hotel, the last thing you're going to do is kill the animals in the zoo, destroy, destruct, rape, pillage, plunder. The zookeeper would be really mad if they came back to go ahead and see that the Earth stewards, the ones that, once they found their Prime Directive, and that would mean that we have found our way to being able to feel authentic, which is to become an earther, is to become an earth steward, to take care of everything and anything, not just your family, but to take care of everything. Take care of animals. Okay, they all have a separate personality. Once you're connected to the sum of the parts of the sum of the whole, then you'll see this truth, you'll feel this truth, you'll know, not think you'll know. You'll know that this planet is a living library. It's a genetic library, very sacred. And many want to control its genetics. So if there is a time right now to be able to become more human, this is the time. You don't need to go to school, okay? At least to the Ivy League schools, to get yourself an education to evolve. Learn from others that have. Learn from others that have connected their natural energy into the energy of nature. So you can feel the connection. As I feel, not the wind, I feel the spirit of the wind. I feel the spirit of the sun. I look at the plants, and since I'm an earth steward, the plants see through my eyes. These are antennae. These are very good video cameras, and the plants see through our eyes. It's just part of the genius. This has been known for a while. Technology is probably 10,000 times of what you know it to be at this time. So don't discount the elusive control. Elusive. You're not going to see it if you wanted to. But once you do clean up the body, the mind gets clarity. Once you clean up the mind, evolution can start to take place. Can start. It's because now you can make decisions based on morality, love, nourishment, care. Remember, our job to evolve is to take both of our temples that control this church and make these two temples one. That's sanity. Study, practice, learn, share the terrain modification protocols, practices and principles. Lots of videos to learn from. Just learning the skin cleaning techniques is a miracle for most. It's because why? Because they finally feel clean. They don't have itchies on them, pimples on them, wrinkles go away. Remember, your skin is the largest organ of your body, so start there. It's easy. Upgrade your diet to more liquids and learn the booby traps. Learn the regenerational protocols. And like I said, it does take work, but it's fun. Especially when you have a companion, and if you don't, well, enlighten one to these ideas that see that evolution is one of the worlds that they could actually put into their world. Open up another sphere, I call it another world, and start to work in this world, evolution. Some of the other worlds will shrink. Why? Is because you don't need dysfunction anymore. You don't need control. You don't need a lot of things, as you'll find out. As you become cleaner, you'll become leaner. Remember, body fat is a parasite. It does eat and also poop in the body. These are different ideas that you must understand. So again, take your clothes off in the mirror and see if you've got the cancer diet. Because if you're overweight, in time, you've got the parasite diet, I call it. Or you can see that you possibly may be on the anti-parasite diet or the anti-cancer diet. It's up to you to live the way you want. No one's pushing you into anything. Part of our logic is to be able to share logic. And part of our reason is to be able to actually take logic and put it into action. And then we can call that experience. From experience, then we wind up becoming wise. And not like a wise guy, but wisdom. And I spell wisdom with a Z. Because it's not a wise guy. It's more or less like a wizard to be able to walk through this world here and be able to make choices based on love, based on morality, based on integrity. Clean the church up. The mind will become anew. You will be reborn. Your eyes will be able to see what they couldn't see previously, is because you're translating more bits of information of the matrix. As you become sicker, as we become sicker, not only singularly but collectively, then we can't unravel the 200 billion bits of information that my eyes are seeing right now, because most people only process about 2,000 bits of information per second. 200 billion there is, and if you could actually process 10,000 bits per second, that would mean that you've evolved. But again, you must clean up the body first. It's your church. Okay, thanks for watching. And take action. This is a call to action to become more human. What would be wrong with that? That should be on the front page of the newspaper. It should be on the evening news. Okay? Does anybody want to volunteer to become human? Does anybody want to volunteer to be a part of the largest clinical study of its kind? To become more human. Which means you're going to start to feel. And sanity will come to you because you know, not think you know, but you know you're making the right decisions. You will feel the right decisions. And if you're part of the military or some other type of based system that's causing compromise on animals, people, the oceans, anything, you will put down your technology and or not use it against the planetary spirit that breathes us all. We're all being breathed by this thing some people call Gaia. Just call it the planetary spirit. It breathes us all. Humans, animals, fish. Bow down to the presence of this genius spirit. Okay? Live in line with nature. Don't destruct it. Remember, becoming an earth steward is a revolution, okay? Or a revelation to your mind. No, it's a revelation. Revolution would mean you're going to fight what is right, okay? But once you understand what is right, then a revelation comes to yourself. And now part of your sanity is to see the insanity and wake others up that are part of the problem instead of becoming a part of the solution. Okay? Aloha. Thanks for watching.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.